Hey Smashers, welcome to your Daily Smash for Tuesday, August 26th. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
Coming up, Snoop Dogg has some words for woke filmmakers. And we are done recapping Real Housewives of Orange County.
Yep, we are.
We're all done.
Done.
I know the show's not over with, but we're done watching it.
I think I explained myself really, really well on our Patreon.
You did. And we have a special Patreon out now, or out tonight. No, it's out now, that you can check out.
You guys have to watch it. I mean, at least come over there and see it. It's only $5.
And
you're
then
gonna see what I said, and it's pretty damn good, I think.
And last week's show, it's still current, has Mike Baker, our interview with Mike Baker, the former CIA agent. And this week, Geraldo Rivera, amazing individual, has been a friend of mine for many years. Love him or hate him, he's got a really, really interesting career.
I love the guy.
Great accomplishments. He's awesome. Seriously, I love him too. He's one of my favorite people in the
He
in the
seems
industry.
like, you said that he was like a lefty, but I think he's more of a moderate.
He says he's independent.
Yeah.
And he was friends with Trump for many years.
He
And
hates
then he
Trump
had a
now.
falling out with him. Does not like him anymore. But whatever. We can all agree to disagree or get along no matter who you like. It's no big deal. But that's coming up this week. There was a wicked storm in the desert today.
He said in Phoenix. This is in Nevada?
This is in, I'm pretty sure.
Every time they have those Burning Man, something like this always happens.
Yeah, this is Burning Man in Nevada. But there was also a wicked storm in the desert today. Tony was in it. It was pouring rain. It was a dust storm. He said that it went on for about an hour.
I've been to something like that before in Scottsdale.
Well, I was in the most wicked sandstorm I've ever experienced in Iraq in 2003 during the march up to Baghdad. It was insane. You could not see this far in front of your face. It was like a hurricane with sand, and it was nasty. And then it rained, and we were so dirty, and everything was getting stuck in the mud. It was a wild experience. You were in a sandstorm?
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of them. And I had a Jeep Wrangler at the time, and it was horrific. I was awful. Like, I had to jump into another car. It was so bad because I had the top down.
Oh, okay.
Like, I had to go and, like, ask to stay in someone else's car. There was no way. It was awful. Oh, my gosh. I have a thing I didn't tell you.
What?
I was at the gym.
Yeah.
I was on the bike.
Uh-huh.
And this lovely lady named Nancy came over to me, and she said she's a smasher and a patron.
Aw.
And she said that she's bought everything that I've suggested.
That's amazing.
Isn't that the nicest thing?
Yeah.
And she said she was a fan of yours first and then came over.
How about that?
But it was so nice to hear. You know, it's like, it's just such a nice, it's nice to
a lot
hear.
of people have
When they're
come
like,
up
I'm
to
a
us
smasher. I'm like, oh
like
my
that.
God, it just made me feel so good.
That's so awesome. It just happened to us the other day, too. Someone came up and said the same thing. So this storm is wreaking havoc at Burning Man, blowing away campsites, traffic delays up to 8 hours because of this wicked sandstorm. And the video that I saw that you were talking about earlier, that was from Phoenix, right? Or from Scottsdale? Somewhere in Arizona, right?
I don't know.
But this was in Nevada. I mean, look at these guys.
Yikes.
That looks like Iraq to me.
Uh-huh.
The National Weather Service issued warnings about the storm in advance, noting it would bring in a fast-moving wall of blowing dust. This was, I guess, Sunday. People tried to protect their belongings. They piled into RVs that had any open space. But the raging winds and dust blew through the desert festival grounds, through the RV windows as their temporary abodes flew away. Look at that. That's what's left of their...
That happens every Burning Man.
It does seem like it does.
It seems like it happens every Burning Man.
Yeah.
Something happens over at the Burning Man. Who wants to go to that Burning Man?
Not me. I'm too old for that.
That Bronwyn's parents go to that. I always think of like San Francisco. Everybody would go to Burning Man. It was like a bunch of weirdos that would go, a bunch of hippies.
In 2023, heavy rain turned the famed grounds into a glorified mud pit. I remember that. Attendees had a shelter in place. A death was reported, and getting out of there was impossible. They usually have up to 1,000, more than 1,000 injuries by the end of the 9-day festival.
Wait, what does it say? A man was caught trying to smuggle heaps of mushrooms and LSD and crack? Well, that's what it is. It's a big drug fest.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It draws 70,000 people every year.
Of people want to get high.
I guess so. Speaking of which,
I want to go higher.
you've been to the Sphere. I haven't, in Vegas.
It's a big IMAX.
Like a big IMAX.
It's a big IMAX.
Well,
It's a big IMAX.
supposedly they're doing this Wizard of Oz spectacle. It will blow your mind, they're saying.
I would love to go see that.
We're going to see that.
I love Wizard of Oz. That was my favorite movie when I was a kid.
Well,
My favorite movie.
Really,
I
I
would
watched
watch
it
it.
every year. You know, it would play every year. This kicks off Thursday, August 28th. The original Wizard of Oz was made in 1939.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second. 1939, right?
Yeah.
How awesome this movie was. It's still a classic. Almost 100 years later, right?
Yeah.
And now our movies, like Snoop Dogg, Papa Snoop, going into the movies, or we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
And they're talking about two lesbians having a baby, and he's like
A kids movie.
Like, why are they talking about sex in a kids movie? Look at this.
Okay, let me tell you about this though, because it's the movie. They're playing the film in the Sphere, but at the highest resolution screen in the world that stretches 160,000 square feet. Seats move with the action. The sound is blasted out of 167,000 speakers. 160,000 square foot screen and 167,000 crystal clear speakers. I've never heard of anything like it. This Sphere, built by Jim Dolan, cost $2.3 billion. We engage in everything but taste and smell, said Dolan, whose team of experts has been tapping the ruby slippers together for countless hours to construct the immersive $104 and up per ticket experience. $104 and up per ticket.
Well, that. I mean, we just spent $200 each for freaking crab legs yesterday.
That's true. You'll feel the wind from the tornado, powered by 12-foot tall fans, 750 horsepower each. And when the ground shakes, that's programmed into your chair as well.
How cool is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
How awesome is that?
That's amazing.
Well, when you're in there, you feel like you're wearing an Oculus almost. It's like you're in it. It feels like you're, like, you know how IMAX is. It's just like, it's like IMAX.
Well, there are a lot of very talented people who are involved in this project, and it sounds like something we definitely have.
I really want to go to that.
We will.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that. This, I just wanted to share this story because this guy was in a police chase. And you know how sometimes the police will back off and give the guy a little room?
Yeah.
Well, when they backed off, he pulled into a gas station and put gas in the car because he was running low on fuel.
Shut up.
During the chase. And there was a police helicopter
Wait,
hovering
can I see
over
it?
him. Yeah, it's at the tail end of this particular report. But what he also did, which is even more brilliant, is he was being chased by cops. He had a little bit of room ahead of him, and he went under in a highway overpass, so the helicopter couldn't see him. He got out of the car while it was still rolling and jumped into somebody else's vehicle.
Shut up.
Well, you couldn't see him because it was covered with a bridge, and I'll show you. And then he's gone. They don't know who he is or where he went because the car was stolen, and the car rolled to a stop into a pole, and he was gone. When the cops pull up on the car, there's nobody in it.
That's like Limitless. Remember when you can take a pill and you can figure out how to get out in and out of ways?
Yeah.
No way.
I want to share this.
I'm kind of happy he got away. I'm not gonna lie.
This is from.
I mean, if you're that smart to get out of it, you deserve it.
I give him a lot of credit.
I'm sorry.
KBC.
And I'm all about like law and order, but yeah.
This is KBC Los Angeles.
The car suspect that covered a good portion of eastern and downtown Los Angeles, now ending here under the 10 freeway with the suspect still in the wind. Chris Christie with more. Chris.
Yeah, this pursuit termination now turning into a crime scene here. Some people coming out to take a look at what's going on along Alameda underneath the 10 freeway, where California Highway Patrol and the City of Bell Police are looking for clues as to what happened to the driver of that vehicle right there in the center of your screen. A GTA suspect behind the wheel of that stolen blue Infiniti jumped out of the vehicle underneath the 10 freeway. The vehicle rolled right into that light pole, and it is believed that the the suspect got into another SUV underneath the freeway and it basically disappeared into the night just north of the 10 freeway. And at this point, an investigation is now underway to try and figure out his next moves and what exactly happened there. Was it a meetup with a buddy, or was it a carjacking or something else? But obviously a major scene down here in East LA. Mark, back to you.
Yeah, it's interesting. They put yellow tape up. I don't know whether that was for crowd control or whether this is an indicator of something more serious or sinister happening with that vehicle. I'm guessing, given people were starting to kind of gather around it, so maybe it is just for crowd control.
It's a crime scene, dummy.
But yeah, it looks like you got the City of Bell, the Highway Patrol, a number of other agencies that have been involved in this. They are now looking for that other vehicle that apparently he got into. There it is in the video to your right. That SUV that sped out from underneath that overpass and took off from the scene, while the stolen car just creeps toward that telephone pole and ultimately is stopped by that telephone pole. So yeah, the suspect is out and on the loose after a very wild pursuit that, among other things, saw the suspect stop for gas at a point where the police pursuing agencies had backed off. That's video we have from earlier too. He actually stopped at this gas station, got out, filled up the tank, it would appear. And during that time, there were no police around him, no police behind him, no apparently officers above him that we know of. And so he very casually filled up the car with gas.
Casually.
Covering his face at the time. But you get a good look now at who this person is. Even though you don't get to see his face, you get a pretty good description of what he looks like. And he fills up the tank and then drives off. And what got him re-engaged here was the fact that he continued to drive so erratically after he had filled up his tank. For this entire time, there were no officers behind him. He could have walked away from his car and would have gotten away scot-free. He chose not to do that, instead getting back on the freeways, driving at high speeds, basically forcing police to continue to pursue him and getting to the point where he is now under the 10 freeway, where that pursuit ended with him getting it.
Damn, he's a real catch me if you can kind of a guy.
I mean,
right? That guy is a real catch me if you can.
I'm guessing he's a career criminal who's done this kind of thing before. Like, he knew the tricks of the trade.
Wait, but why wouldn't he just take off right then and there when he got gas?
I mean, he had somewhere he had to go. On drugs. He needed to be somewhere. I don't know.
But wait, did he put a credit card in? Like, how did he just pump the gas?
Well, I was wondering about that. And I think, some gas stations you don't have to pay in advance. I don't know. There's no way he...
No, you have to pay in advance.
Unless he used a stolen credit card, or maybe there was a guy standing there who you can give money cash to. They put $20 on pump 5. Because he ran to the side, remember? And then he came back.
That was a real story.
Maybe there was a little boot. Yeah, that was crazy, right?
Yeah.
In the news now.
In the news.
Snoop Dogg says, I'm scared to go to the movies after Pixar's gay couple in Lightyear led to questions from his grandson. Snoop goes, these are kids. We have to show that at this age?
It's true. Like, what in the actual F? By the way, Pixar used to be right next door to Leapfrog, and I used to go there all the time. It's in Emeryville in Oakland.
Yeah.
And a bunch of freaking weirdos over there. I swear. It was like, oh my God.
Well, Snoop recently appeared on the It's Giving podcast and spoke about being scared to bring his grandchildren to the movies after watching 2022's Lightyear, Pixar's Toy Story spinoff featuring the voice of Chris Evans. The rapper brought his grandson to watch the animated movie, but did not expect that to field questions about same-sex couples, as the movie features a montage in which two mothers are seen raising their child. They're like, she had a baby with another woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie is like, Papa Snoop? How'd she have a baby with a woman? She's a woman. Snoop remembered thinking, oh, snap, I didn't come in here for this. I just came to watch the movie. His grandson continued to double down on what he saw. They just said she and she had a baby. They're both women. How does she have a baby? It messed me up, Snoop said. I'm like scared to go to the movies. Y'all throwing me in the middle of stuff that I don't have an answer for. It threw me for a loop. I'm like, what part of the movie was this? These are kids. We have to show that at this age. They're going to ask questions. I don't have the answer.
Papa Snoop. I like how you call him Papa Snoop.
Papa Snoop.
Papa Snoop, like Papa Smurf. I don't understand why they're throwing this down children's. Like, be kids. You're only a kid one time, okay?
Yeah.
You only have innocence for this short of a time of your life, just this short. Like, why are we talking about this? Why? What weirdo in Emeryville, California, thought this was a good idea?
Well, this was in 2022, which I didn't realize at first. So think about how the world had changed during the Biden administration. There was so much focus on this, and Disney was one of the companies that went very woke. Pixar went very woke. They started putting out this kind of
Nonsense.
material to please an audience that was, I guess, looking for woke content.
Who's looking for that?
Woke
Who's
people.
looking for that?
Well, half the
Woke
country,
people?
or maybe a quarter, or maybe a 10% wanted it, and they were very loud and boisterous and demanding and wanted to make changes, and they did. They were successful at it. And now everything's going the other way. And it seems like, I mean, the rest of the country, most of the country didn't support it.
Oh my God. There's no reason to talk about sex for little kids. It's just not necessary.
Plenty of time to get to that.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy. Like, I'm with him. let's watch Wizard of Oz.
Well, you know, when Snoop starts saying stuff like that. I mean, it's Snoop.
When Snoop is saying stuff like that.
When Snoop says stuff like that, it's like, whoa, okay, well.
The voice of reason? Seriously.
We're going to leave it there because we're both exhausted. But we will have another smash tomorrow. And once again, we encourage you to join our Patreon, The Rick and Kelly Show. We're putting out great content every week, commercial free, over an hour long, plus bonus episodes.
Yep.
And this week, Geraldo Rivera.
And I'm getting 100 followers a day on TikTok. So thank you guys very much for following me there.
Yeah.
I really want to get to 100,000.
Well, you're taking it seriously. She posts constantly, goes live all the time, does cooking videos live.
And I'm making money at it, if you can believe it. It's shocking how much money I'm making on this.
Well, good. Keep it up. We got to pay for all this.
Exactly.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, guys.